Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so looks like we are the only ones in here. I'm Shaylee Wilkinson. I'm the code enforcement officer with the city of Bonney Lake. We are having to postpone this hearing because the hearing examiner has had a medical emergency and had to cancel last minute. So there will not be a hearing today. I'm going to hang out for a few minutes and let people know that. And as soon as we have more information, I will get that out there. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be in here for a few minutes to answer questions or whatever you want to know.
Are you still there?
I am.
Okay, got disconnected. Um, so you said that the meeting has to be postponed because of a medical emergency, correct?
Yes, with the hearing examiner.
Okay. Is there any idea, um, when it can be rescheduled or how quickly?
So we have I don't know. So we are going to shoot for our August hearing. The attorneys, we just found out about 12:30 that this was happening, so we don't have a ton of information. Um, it'll kind of depend on if things need to be reposted and how quickly we can do that. We typically are with the hearing examiner once a month. Um, so we will be hopefully redoing this in August, but I just don't know that for sure. The attorneys may know more, but I'm just logged on to kind of let people who show up know that we're unable to do it today.
Right. So I don't know if it's possible, but if there's any way you could communicate to the examiner that this is urgent and it's only becoming more urgent by the day, if there's any way that the hearing can be sooner, that that would be huge because they're just moving more stuff in. They brought a new RV in. Their dog is out on a daily basis and has attacked our neighbor's dog. Um, it's menaced a child. Like it was a really scary incident, actually. And I've been submitting lots of evidence and complaints to Metro Animal Services and the non-emergency line, and we have gotten absolutely no help, no assistance.
Have they
It,
come out at all?
they have come out, but they have not issued tickets or anything.
Okay.
Even though we have it on video, our neighbor's dog being attacked. Um,
Yikes.
and the owner of the dog coming in and getting their dog and stuff and acknowledging the incident. Nothing has happened with that. We were My neighbor was told that it would have to probably be a civil matter, but I mean, I don't know why they can't like deem the dog dangerous or something, because it hurt the other dog really badly. It attacked a chihuahua, and the chihuahua's
All
toes are
right.
completely broken now. And then the other day, I heard a kid calling for help, and so I go out there, and this dog is like aggressively barking at it and kind of backing the kid down and not letting the child get out of the alley that separates our properties. So I had to intervene. and it's frequently going onto other neighbors' properties and trying to start fights with their dogs and get into their fences and stuff. Um, and yeah, they're just moving more junk in. They have a brand new RV in there now, and they also have had guests over who are trespassing on others' properties. So my neighbor who lives in the duplex said that they caught on camera somebody hopping the fence, like this guy, and crossing through their backyard. And then he was also on the property of a house that's for sale, like a trailer that's for sale across from them, kind of
Hmm.
lurking around and, looking around in the windows and looking at the shed. And when another neighbor confronted him, he was really apparently he was very angry and confrontational with them. So it's really crushing to hear that this has to be delayed another month. I understand that the examiner has a medical emergency, but it's at a crisis point, and somebody is going to get hurt. Like, it's not a matter of if, it's when somebody's going to get hurt, because I think they're intentionally letting this dog roam around to intimidate others. They're not willing to talk to their neighbors and resolve issues or stay off of other people's property or keep their dogs off of other people's property. And it just feels like we have really not gotten any help from anybody that we've talked to as far as like
Right.
law enforcement.
Right.
So
And so there's so many separate issues going on here. And I know you're aware. I think we've spoken before.
yeah,
Where a lot of it is a police issue and a lot of it, I mean, the dog thing is metro. And we're dealing with the land use portion of it. And so when the hearing happens, I mean, trust me, the city wants us to move forward as well. We did not know this would have to be postponed, and we're going to try and get it back on the books as soon as we can legally, but we have to go through the proper legal channels to do that. And it's to deal with the land use and the concerns about the habitable structure, whether it's habitable or not, and not necessarily the criminal activity that's happening there.
I
So
totally understand.
there's
I
there's
guess
separate,
just
there's separate
because,
entities.
yes, I guess, the land use thing is in and of itself a huge problem. There's still burning trash. There's still a bunch of junk over there, and lots of it's disgusting and unsightly. And I guess this just kind of felt like our last resort because the police and Metro Animal Services won't do anything. And we've tried and tried and tried, and they just don't do anything. They don't intervene. And yeah, so I know that you know all of this. We have talked, and you've been really helpful. You've done as much as you can, and I appreciate that. And I know that the examiner didn't plan on having a medical emergency.
No, no, he didn't. And
Yeah.
and
Uh,
sometimes, code enforcement unfortunately is not a quick fix. And I know with the things you guys have going on, it would be great if it was, but it's not. And so I will be continuing to move this forward. The city's stance has not changed. We will be asking the hearing examiner to deem it unfit for human habitation. It's just going to take a little bit longer than we thought. So
yes.
I
Is there like
apologize for that.
it's okay. Does there have to be a posting for a certain number of days before the hearing is held? Do you know?
Yes. So it has to be posted 30 days prior to the hearing. But what we are trying to figure out now is if our current postings are good still, if we postpone it or if we have to repost it and when that all needs to take place. So
Right. Okay,
that's
I understand.
that's what we will be figuring out this afternoon, and we'll go from there. I'm just waiting to hear
Yeah.
back from the attorneys on what our next steps will be.
All right. Well, thank you for answering my questions and hearing
Yeah,
me
of
out. I
course.
know a lot of it is just you kind of being a sounding board for mine and my neighbors' frustrations. And I know that it's a separate entity from law enforcement and animal control. So thank you for listening. And
Yeah, of course.
yeah, um, Well, I'm gonna hop off here and I'll let my
Okay.
neighbors know that the hearing was postponed.
Okay.
And yeah, best of luck. And I hope that everything's okay with the examiner.
Me too.
And
Yep.
all right. Well, have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.